domestic trade in antiquities is estimated to be worth nearly $10 billion a year.
11,000, your bid.
In the night, from this space, these objects disappeared.
UK museums have been put under renewed pressure to investigate the origin of thousands of allegedly stolen artifacts.
To me, this is an imperial prison. The room is full of colonial plunder.
There are so many objects that we don't know much about because they've disappeared into private collections.
To steal them and call it a business is a crime.
A growing number of social media activists in India and Nepal are mobilizing to reclaim what they believe is rightfully theirs.
Active users, we would talk about 2,000 people.
If they are not listening to us, they will start listening after it goes out in the social media.
So it's a 100% match. The measurements match, the stylization matches.
If we get killed, we will be killed as a person who was working for a cause.
When you go to any of the cultural heritage sites, especially in the morning, you'll see how the rituals are performed. We have to touch and feel the deity. You know, we put tika on the forehead, we pour milk, we spread grains, we put fruits. And then slowly, after years and years, it will lose its contour, right? And eventually it will convert into a stone. They need to be worshipped. It was never meant to stay inside a glass box or in a pedestal. In a way, it's very disgusting for us to kind of see it in that way. The best part about the social media is like, if any institutions or any auction houses or any private collectors, if they are not listening to us, they will start listening after it goes out in the social media. It becomes big and big and big. With the Bonham auction, right, it was first identified by the Lost Arts of Nepal. And we don't know where this person is. We don't know how this person operates. They're anonymous, right? And the best part, what I've seen with Lost Arts of Nepal is whoever runs that page has got a wealth of information, wealth of evidences. They were personally in touch with us and they were trying to find out how we can stop the auction. Bonham's is one of the auction houses, one of the big auction house. It's based in France. And they auctioned these 5 objects. And the idea is like, how can we stop them? Each of these pieces was priced around $3,000 to $5,000. We could easily find the location. The location was mentioned. It was from Patan Mulcho. What you're seeing now is the replicas. And if you look at the old image, it looked horrible. You can see how that door looks, and then above the door it's completely empty, right? There are no gods and goddesses. Everything is missing. It is believed that it happened between 1970s and 18s. You know, lots of peoples were here, lots of probably gods were here, right? But in the night, from this space, these objects disappeared. So it's quite amazing, you know, how those objects left this courtyard and reached to Bonhams. These objects are almost 600 years old. These are made from copper, they're gilded, and it has a high demand in the West. Each of these pieces were priced around $3,000 to $5,000. All those resources and evidences were there, but we knew that it will be very difficult to deal with France in many cases. We're running out of time. The auction was meant to begin in 24 hours. Then we started speaking with our advisory council. You know, they were supporting us, they were connecting us with different people, they were emailing us. And eventually, Bonhams was tagged on Twitter, and they were also tagged in Instagram. There was a newspaper article came, you know, how, you know, with all the evidence and all the facts. And I think they had too much push. And within 24 hours, they were able to kind of announce that they have withdrawn the auction from the website, and it was taken away. That was a very fulfilling experience, you know. But the sad part is we don't know how to get it back because it's in France. So it's a very tricky situation. We have got no fund to bring it back to Nepal. I'm Roshan Mishra. I work as a volunteer at the Nepal Heritage Recovery Campaign. Besides that, I work as a director at the Taragaon Museum in Kathmandu. So you can look at this one here, above the Kirti Mukha. Right? That is also a new carving. Maybe the old one was lost long ago. In a simple language, I think it's an effort to bring our culture heritage back to our own country, to the people whom it belongs to. And that is the only trace that is left. NHRC is a very small team. It's a very grassroots kind of organization, you know. We are 5-6 of us, and we all are busy with our own day-to-day jobs. So there are lots of challenges. Definitely we are inspired by the India project. You know, everybody from all around the world support them. And it will take us some time to gain the same kind of, you know, followers. Whenever I talk with Vijay Kumar, it's always inspiring. His passion level has never gone down.
சரி எவ்வளோ நேரம் 4:30 ஹவர் காட்டுது மணி 1:30 6 மணிக்கு போய் சேருவோம்.
ஆமாம் 6 மணிக்கு போய் சேருவோம்.
To put things in perspective, India brought back 19 antiquities from 1970 to 2012. 19, that's it. As of now, we have crossed 300 since 2014. We hope to go over 1,000 in the coming years. Not a single one of them have been paid for. So it takes about 8,000 hours to track a single artifact. and we are now tracking, or we are looking for about over 10,000 objects.
Bulk of them are in the US, UK, France, and Australia.
Active users, we would talk about 2,000 people who are actively contributing. And our request is very simple. You want to be part of our team, you go anywhere in Europe, you are in America, you see a shop floor having an Indian art object, take a photo if it's not risky for you. And each one of them who have contributed images from museums all over the world is a volunteer. Take the case of the Oxford Ashmolean Museum, for example.
This particular bronze of Thirumangai Alvar, the Ashmolean was provided the evidence in 2018 about the stolen bronze.
It is in the Jameel Center, first floor, room 32. That's where all the Indian artifacts from 600 AD are kept. I'm hoping it's going to be there, but I'm not sure.
There are lots of people in the Western world trying to raise campaigns and form political pressure groups to get governments and organizations to return artifacts back. I'm visiting Ashmolean today to collect some data, things like photographs and videos, to be sent to Vijay and the India Pride Project.
I'm Senthil Kumar Balasubramanian. I am a tech entrepreneur and an investor. We live in Buckinghamshire, not too far from Oxford. Well, I came to the UK in 2005 to do my postgrad in device physics at University of Bristol. I came across the India Pride Project. I reached out to Vijay maybe a year ago, and I've been volunteering with IPP for the last year or so. This time I'm going to go and look for the Thirumangai Alvar statue. We believe it was stolen in 1957, and the Indian government quite recently in February 2020 requested the Ashmolean Museum to return it back. So it seems like nothing has changed. There has been significant delay in repatriation of this said statue.
Room 32, India from AD 600.
To me, this is an imperial prison. The room is full of colonial loot and colonial plunder. Again, the same sense of injustice. To think of that, some of these statues were made by people when there was no England, or when there was no, not even Anglo-Saxons or Romans, and it's overwhelming. And I think we're right here next to Thirumangai Alvar, and this is the statue that's in contention.
To me, holding someone else's cultural artifacts is embarrassing to the people doing it. It's a bit bizarre to see a statue outside a sacred place.
As you can see, it's standing majestically, waiting to be repatriated. And there is even a sign that says that it could have been stolen. Well, it is stolen, so you better get your act together.
It's not just enough to put a poster on a wall and say, well, we've done our best. I don't think that's good enough.
We do this every month. And it is good for us that every month we meet here, gather here, we talk about our experience.
Archaeological garden, my corner, my building,
Vidibaba Pradhan, who is our chairperson, she's a retired civil servant.
American former diplomat, फिर्ता दिन्छु भनेको.
यसको already Metropolitan Museum ma cha. Our vice chair, Kanakmani Dixit, he's a well-known journalist. यो भएको 5 वटा इमेज अहिलेसम्म मेरो विचारमा सोशल मिडियामा गएको पनि छैन. त्यसलाई हामीले पोस्ट गर्न सक्छौं. त्यो चाहिँ नि इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुन्छ. And then Sanjay Adhikari, he's the lawyer, and then he's to the point, you know, he's fact-based person.
सबै हैन सबैको ठिक छ मलाई एउटा बहुत चिन्ता लागिरहेको विषय यो फ्रान्सलाई कसरी के गर्ने हो रोहित सर फ्रान्सलाई के गर्ने फ्रान्सको त ल्याउनै सकिएन त.
So every single case, he's like amazing. Like he finds all the information, he makes all the paperwork that is required. You know, all these museums, they want to see evidences. They want to know all the facts and figures. And if we are not able to supply that, these objects will never come back.
My current focus is on a Shivalinga. Lost Arts of Nepal has located it in the Art Institute of Chicago. We believe it was stolen from Pashupatinath Temple, and I am working to try and prove it.
A lot of things has already been looted from Pashupatinath. If we can't bring the Shivalinga back, it will be kept in the museum.
When Nepal was open to the West in the 60s, there was an influx of all the hippies, you know, artists, architects, photographers, all sort of people came. In the 60s, when Nepal was open to the rest of the world, till 90s, I think roughly 70 to 80% of our heritage cultural properties dissipate from this country. And mostly they are scattered around Europe and America. The way I see it is, once it's stolen, I think the Nepali authorities have only 2-3 months to kind of really look for it. Once it's disappeared from the country, what will happen is it will stay underground. We think the Shivalinga was smuggled across the Nepal-India border in 1984. Then it reappeared at Sotheby's auction in London. It was then bought by some wealthy art collectors, the Alsop family, and transported to the US. In the 2000s, it was donated to the Art Institute of Chicago, where it is today. Alsop collection is a big collection. It's a private collector, and the family has been giving their collection to different museums around the world, and that's how their collection is displayed in different museums. You know, if you look at some of the private collectors, you know, family picture, or you know, when they're having, you know, partying, or when they're standing around their house, you see these objects behind, you know. And it's quite amazing to see that some are standing in the hallway, some are in the living room, some are in the kitchen, some are in the nearby the swimming pool area, you know. It's quite amazing, and I'm just thinking, like, were they really made for that purpose? You look at all these collections around the world, all the auction houses, all the museums, institutions, universities, sometimes it's heartbreaking.
So this is the area from where the god, the Shivalinga, was actually stolen in 1984. So this is the place from where it was stolen. The back side, the wall and other portion is still the same. See? अर्जुन दाइ जय भोले कता हो हेत्तेरी एउटा यहाँ अहिले अचानक आइयो अनि तपाईलाई सम्झेको कारण वरुण दाइ बोल्नुहुन्छ ल I just called some of the locals of this place. So he said that he don't have much idea about it, so he's going to send us a number of one of the senior person. दाइ हेलो भन्दै नमस्ते म सञ्जय अधिकारी हामी एउटा यहाँ यो अस्ति एउटा चतुर्मुखी महादेव त्यो ऊ यहाँ ठ्याक्कै पञ्चदेवलको बाहिरको 8औं शताब्दीको एउटा यहाँको मैले दाइलाई ठ्याक्कै फोन गरेको छु किनकि दाइहरू यहाँ बच्चामा अब खेलेको दाइहरूको त होल फ्यामिली नै कति जेनेरेसनदेखि ल हस् दाइ हस् थ्याङ्क यू
This man said he grew up around here and remembers the Shivalinga being here. I will submit his testimony along with the photographic evidence. I hope it's enough to convince the museum to return it.
Right now, we are entering the Chola heart of the Chola land. Chola bronzes are considered, I would say, that the high watermark of Indian art. Actually, it's high watermark of world art.
Despite informing the Ashmolean in 2018 of the stolen bronze, it's been 4 years now. We don't have our bronze back.
I think from our own side, we've given time enough for the current holders to do the right thing. I think it's time we get more aggressive and get the local communities involved.
I'm heading to the temple from where the bronze was stolen 50 years ago to meet the priest and update them on our investigation. I need their help to put pressure on the Ashmolean and spread word in the media.
இந்த கோயிலேருந்து இந்த சிலைகள்லாம் வெளிநாட்டுக்கு போயிருக்கு அப்படின்றது எப்போ உங்களுக்கு தெரிய வந்தது? தெரிஞ்ச போது உங்களோட இது எப்படி இருந்தது? என்ன நினைச்சீங்க?
1957 காணா போனதுன்னு ஃபைல் பண்ணி இருந்திருக்காங்க.
இது வந்து ஒரிஜினல் ஆவணம் 57 எடுத்தது. We have archival photography by the French Institute of Pondicherry in 1957. In fact, it's dated 22nd of June 1957. So it's a 100% match, and the measurements match, the stylization matches. Matthew Bogdanosன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஸோ அவங்கக்கிட்ட சொல்லி இதே மாதிரி எங்கள் சிலைன்னு கேட்டபோது அவங்க விசாரிக்கும் போது என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க, அவங்களோட மியூசியமோட வெப்சைட்லேயே செட் டு பி ஃப்ரம் சுந்தர பெருமாள்.
அதுக்கு எந்த அளவு வேணாலும் யாருக்கிட்ட வேணாலும் லெட்டர் கொடுக்கணுமா இல்லை என்ன பண்ணணும்?
ஒரு நம்ம அப்புறம் முயற்சிகள்லாம் என்ன எடுக்கணுன்றது சொல்கிறோம். இப்போ மெயினாக என்னென்னா மீடியாவில் வந்து இதை
When the bronze was stolen way back in 1957, the robbers replaced it with a fake, a replica, which is still being worshipped today.
வஸ்துக்கள் எல்லாத்தையும் கொண்டாந்து சேர்க்கணும் எல்லா உற்சவங்களும். அதனால் எங்களுக்குன்னு உண்டான எங்களுடைய பெருமாள்களை எல்லாரையும் திருப்பி கொடுத்துறோன்னு உங்களை நான் கெஞ்சி கட்டுக்கொடுத்தேன்.
இந்த கோயிலில் நிறைய விசேஷங்கள் நடந்துக்கிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. அந்த விசேஷங்கள் நடக்காமல் போனதுக்கு காரணம் எங்களோட உண்மையான சிலைகள் அங்கே இருக்கிறதுனால தான். அந்த சிலைகள் எங்களுக்கு வந்து கிடச்சிருச்சுன்னா நாங்கள் எங்களை பொறுத்தவரை எங்கள் ஊரோட சிறப்பு கிடைக்கும். எங்கள் ஊர் மக்கள் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து அதுக்கான பாதுகாப்பும் கொடுப்போம்.
The priests and the temple community have offered us their full support. The ball is now in the Ashmoleans' court to do the right thing.
I don't think I'm going to get it there. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it here.
Okay. Because last time we didn't have it, and it was a pain not having. It's always quite nerve-wracking the hour before the auctions, but I'm fairly confident it's going to be a good day. I would say the percentage of Chinese clients bidding in the auction today will be probably close to 80 or 90%. Predominantly, the market is dominated by Chinese buyers and Chinese money, returning the objects back to their countrymen. There's a great pride in bringing things back to China for Chinese nationals.
I think it's used by the Cixi.
Oh, really? Interesting. I mean, Chinese clients generally are much younger than the art and antiques clients that you might find in Britain in 2020. The average age of my client that I would be selling to would be someone wearing Nike Air Jordans, with a big Rolex watch probably, and wearing tracksuit. And generally they were under the age of 30. We don't want glasses on top of my head, do you? My name is Alistair Gibson, and I'm a Chinese ceramics specialist and auctioneer. Lot 73 has been the most controversial lot within our auction. It is a silver flask, which is dated to 1852 and was taken from the Summer Palace in the Second China Wars in 1860.
I do think, if I get it, this is very important in China.
Very important?
Yeah, yes, please.
I think it's... Yuan has said it has come
from Yuan.
Yeah. I mean, there aren't that many of them. The major London auction houses or international auction houses wouldn't sell it for fear of upsetting China. The sale is contentious for a couple of reasons. The Chinese obviously are very upset with the fact that we burnt down the Summer Palace as a retaliation for the mistreatment of prisoners during the China Wars. The upset when these things appear on the market is fairly deep. Andrew, you all okay? Good to go? Yeah? You okay, Carl? Yes. What time did you make it?
10:30.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. Well, after a long discussion and with consultation with diplomats based here at the embassy, Chinese embassy in London, we have decided to withdraw it from the auction. This is a letter from the Yuan Management Office, and it basically outlines their objection to us selling it at auction. Well, I was expecting it, to be honest with you. So we call on international friends in the spirit of humanism jointly boycott the auction selling of illegally lost cultural relics who are suspected of looting from war and promote the return of cultural relics by all necessary means. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's sale. Just one sale announcement to make today. Lot 73. The silver hunting flask, we have withdrawn that from the auction at the request of the Chinese government. So without further ado, lot number 1, showing on your screen there. I mean, obviously, we are sympathetic to their loss. However, if all the Chinese art was solely concentrated in China, does it actually promote Chinese art to a worldwide audience? Really? 9,000 now. So I think it's probably better that it's scattered in various museums around the world. So I think it adds to the world understanding of Chinese art and culture. 5.8 now. I think I'm very well placed to sell other objects of this type because very few people have had the experience in doing so, in dealing with the Chinese directly. It's a sensitive subject. It needs to be handled delicately. 11,000, your bid. 1, 129. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
So not many people have seen this. This is a special access. What you see here are the replica of the stolen sculptures. And this is a replica of Vishnu, which was stolen from a very prominent place called Changu Narayan. So this is from 6th century, very old sculpture, also stolen from Patan. I started to think, what can I do? What can I do? How can I make people aware? And then the concept of Museum of Stolen Art came in my mind. I'm Ravindra Puri, and I have been working in the field of art theft since last 20 years. The Museum of Stolen Art is not only going to be the exhibition of replica, we are going to dramatize it so that when any Nepali go in there, their heart must weep and their blood must boil. We want to make our people aware about how big the art theft problem in this country, I hope that we can open the museum end of 2023. Complete गर्नलाई कति टाइम लाग्छ होला?
त्यति नै भन्नाले त्यो भने अलि 3.5 महिना जति लाग्ला.
So I often come to this place to check how the replica is progressing. यसमा कतै मिस्टेक भइसक्यो छ टासिया छ कतै?
छैन अहिले. छैन.
I'm so proud of our artisans, they are really unbelievable, Yeah, the pressure is on because we want to complete all the replicas by the end of this year. We have already done 36, so we still have to do 14 more. So the pressure is really on now. When we open the museum, I would like to speak directly to the Western museums. Please give us back our deities, and we are going to give you the replica. Providing them replica could be a good solution. I hope one day our museum will be empty and all our temples are again full of our deities. So that's my goal.
We're actually going to the World Culture Store, which is where I do most of my work. Most museums were basically storehouses for empire and art, I suppose. And so over the centuries, they've amassed enormous quantities of material. We have well over 1 million pieces, but only about 1% of our holdings are ever on display. So they have the rest of the collection has to be put somewhere. Well, my name is Patricia Allen, and I'm the curator of World Cultures here at Glasgow Museums. I look after all the artifacts that were collected from the formerly colonized nations. So there are 3,000 pieces from India. Our big museums, I think, would be rather emptier without a lot of the Indian antiquities that they have. Well, these pieces are only ours for another 10 days. These objects are all going to be repatriated to India, but it's a bit of a process. This is the biggest repatriation ever. That's the biggest from any museum in Scotland. And we're quite a small museum, really. We're repatriating a total of 7 pieces to India. The date range is from about the 10th century until the mid-19th century. Well, I'll start with these pillars. These were the first I'd identified, and it's very, when you examine it, it's very obviously been taken from a temple. And I thought, this has been looted, this has been removed. This one, it looks very unprepossessing, but if you really look closely, it is stunning. But again, we don't know why it was looted, but it was just taken. So you can see in the photograph I found, so there was a little slot in each alcove, so these would have been placed in there and attached to the wall behind. And there was just a whole wall full of these. You know, we don't have such huge resources, but the sheer amount of work is extraordinary. And the cost is an issue as well. It's just dogged determination, I think. It's the right time to start thinking about these things.
In the UK, I think since independence is the first time a colonial artifact, at least a museum is promised to give back.
This is indeed a very small first step because only one of the artifacts is actually a temple idol. We hope this leads to many more UK and other erstwhile colonial powers to relook at their collections and do the right thing.
Of course there's a photo opportunity, of course politics are part of it. It is hugely expensive and time consuming, and so it will not open the floodgates. It's always a block, it's always something that people are, even within the museum profession, people are slightly alarmed, they're slightly uneasy. They do say things like, we won't have anything left. But as I said, 7 out of 1 million is really, you know, not a floodgate. It's not even a trickle, it's a slight, maybe a little bit of a drop of water. The day that the last crate is nailed shut and they're out of this building, I will know how I feel.
மறுபடி நாங்கள் பிறந்து வந்த மாதிரி எங்களுக்கு ஒரு சூழ்நிலை. அப்படி ஒரு விழா கொண்டாடணும். அந்த அதிகாரிகள் எங்களோட சேர்ந்து அதை பங்கெடுத்துக்கிட்டாங்க. நாங்கள் எப்படி அதை சொல்கிறதுக்கு வாயில்லை. கமிட்டி சார்பும் எங்களுக்கு எல்லக்குள்ளாத சந்தோஷத்தில் நாங்கள் இன்றைக்கி ஊரே இன்றைக்கி பாராட்டுற அளவுக்கு நாங்கள் எல்லாருமே ஊர் மக்களாக சேர்ந்து.
I would say this is one of IPP's biggest success stories. This is the first time I'm visiting the temple since the repatriation.
He's been the star attraction. Everybody is now coming here to worship, and it's you can see this place used to get about 10-15 people. Now thousands are visiting this temple to just see him as well.
ஐந்து ஜெனரேஷனாக எங்கள் குடும்பம் எங்கள் தந்தையார் இந்த சுவாமி பூஜை பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. 6வது தலைமுறையாக நான் வந்திருக்கிறேன். கடந்த 2 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்னால் இந்த சாமி கிடச்சிருக்கு, உங்கள் சாமி தான் எனக்கு ஐடென்டிஃபை சொல்ல முடியுமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்க. அதனால் அவங்க இந்த சாமி அடையாளம் சொன்ன உடனே ஃபோட்டோ காட்டு சாமி இதாயா எங்கள் சாமி அப்படின்ட்டு உடனே சொன்னேன் இதான் எங்கள் சாமி. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதுக்கு 2 வருஷம் ஒன்றுமே தெரியல. கருத்தில் போட்டு கழிவு பார்த்து திடீர்னு கூட ஒருத்தர் ஒரு சாமியாக வந்திருக்கு, பேப்பரில் பார்த்தேன், டெல்லியில் அறம் வாங்கினாங்க. கும்பத்தை பார்த்தோன்னே அப்படி கண்ணில் செலம். 57 வருஷங்கள் கழித்து இந்த சாமியை பார்க்குறேன்னு அப்படி இருக்கும். என்னுடைய குழந்தை மாதிரி நான் வந்துட்டேன். மேடி லைட்டாக இருந்தது ஒரு 5-6 கேமரா வச்சுருக்கோம். இப்போ நிறையா 2 ஆம்படு போலீஸ் வேறு போட்டிருக்காங்க நைட் காவலுக்காக.
So normally, God did not need safety. They were supposed to be the other way around. They were supposed to take care of the population.
இங்கே ஒரு கேமரா ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது. இது இந்த ஐடி பூரா பார்க்கலாம். அதேமாதிரி இந்த வாசலில் என்ட்ரன்ஸில் வரும்போது பார்க்கலாம். இந்த கேமரா ஷார்ப்பாக இருக்கும். கையை குவிச்சிடும்.
We've had priests being killed, custodians, watchmen being killed. If somebody is going to pay $1 million for icons, what amount of security in India you think can protect it?
Looting in India is still extremely high. In the last 20 years, more than 1,200 thefts have been reported in temples of Tamil Nadu alone. The illegal trafficking of antiquities is still very much a thriving business.
Our laws are very weak. Our borders are very, let's say, open. There is an element of corruption that is there as well. And today, thanks to the internet, it's anonymous. Anybody can buy, anybody can sell, no names are disclosed, and these objects fade away into oblivion.
I think we got to be careful because what I would say is there are still active group of people who are trading cultural object, right? They were aware about the work that we do, but I won't let that stop us.
I don't tell a lot of things to my family. My family usually knows much about my teaching, about my legal profession, but not much about my campaigns. So I don't share the threat that I get with my family and my friends because they might get worried about it. If we get killed, we will be killed as a person who was working for a cause. So this is what motivates us every day to work, and it creates problem to a lot of people.
In one hand side, I'm risking my life, but I don't care because I have always done what my heart told me to do or what my heart tells me. It's a living culture, like people are going there to pray and people have such a big faith on these sculptures. So to steal them and call it a business is a crime.
Initially, we're thinking that, when we started the repatriation campaign, we may be able to get 1 or 2 a year. And then to have 5 at one go, like we're over the moon. So it was quite an emotional moment. Sanjay ji was able to witness that moment. So I'm sure it was very overwhelming.
I felt really emotional. It is so satisfying, to see the fruits of your labor.
One of these objects was the sculpture Sanjay was investigating at the Pashupatinath temple, the Shivalinga. So it was quite amazing moment. So it's wonderful,
I believe when we take Shivalinga back to Pashupatinath, there will be a huge festival.
Traditional instrument will be played, the community will be involved, the government will be involved. There will be a huge celebration for this.
Prabhu
evening I go to Pashupatinath. When I come to this place, I have this sensation of the feeling of we. It's not I, you, but this connects us together. So that is why the heritage is important for me, for the people here. All the members of the community come together. The world is a common family.
We need to start respecting each other's culture. Once we start doing that, I think the world will become more dignified. And I think it's all about, everything is linked with culture and belief, right? And it's about passing it from one generation to another generation so that the culture remains intact. Otherwise, the linkage between the past and the future will be gone.
Puja